So, good morning, everyone. And today, oh, sorry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, sige, uli.
Alam ko
Okay.
ba, chill lang. Ba't kinakabahan ka? O, chill lang.
Okay. Oo nga. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. And today is our first day of EduSpace conference. So, before we start, I just wanted to ask any people here if anyone is familiar with EduSpace, just raise your hand.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Teacher Annalyn. Anna, Annalyn, okay. And I think Teacher Paula is also familiar with EduSpace. Okay, that's good. So most of us here, or most of our guests here, are not familiar with EduSpace. Now, I wanted to ask: is anyone else here familiar about space learning? Not yet, of course. So basically, that is what EduSpace is about. We are trying to teach children the non-conventional way of teaching. And it's more like what we are teaching inside Earth, we are teaching something which is outside of Earth to our students. Hello, teacher Arjel, welcome back. Okay, you can go ahead and take any kind of seat that you want. Okay. So basically that is EduSpace, but EduSpace is more than that. EduSpace is teaching children the technical skills that they needed in the real life scenario. And also, EduSpace is made by one of our teachers, Sir Edward, okay, and he's on leave right now. And also, this was also founded by our boss, which is Mr. Bruce. So that's basically who manages EduSpace, and also I'm part of EduSpace, and I'm the one who also teaches EduSpace as well. Now, EduSpace has many branches. EduSpace is not only one whole as its own, but it also consists of different things, like for example, conundrum, what else? What do you call that one? Orienteering, and other technical skills that is also related to AI. And that is one of our goals, to share to our students the EduSpace program. Now, we launched EduSpace program or curriculum to our students. I think all of you are familiar with them. That's Junu and also Clara. And they are our first batch to graduate of EduSpace. But I think Clara is going to come back here to learn about EduSpace. So, I have a question. Why do you think we teach EduSpace? Any wild guess? Let's start first with Teacher Paula.
Okay, so why
Mm.
do I need to
Yes,
get this
please.
one?
Mm.
Okay, so I think for me, why do we teach EduSpace is for them to learn technical skills.
Mm.
Okay, so as you have said earlier, it's a problem-solving class.
Mm.
So I think it's very important for the students to know technical skills that will be applied in real life situations, not only inside the classroom but also outside.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Anyone else wanted to add to Teacher Paula? Let's say Teacher Joel. Oh, Noel. No, sorry. That's okay. Any answer is correct. Okay, this is a conference.
So basically, we teach students how to think outside of the box,
Mhm.
to have this critical thinking on how to solve certain problems related to the academy and outside of the academy.
Okay, thank you very much. Thinking outside the box. Yes. So, thank you very much, Teacher Paula and also Teacher Noel. Basically, EduSpace is teaching the skills necessary for children to think outside of the box, and also particularly for this kind of skills. And this kind of skills can be seen in the curriculum made by Teacher Edward, which I will share to you later, which is this one. This is actually the curriculum that Sir Edward has created and has taught our students, which is Clara and Juno, which is here. So, EduSpace is more like a hands-on interdisciplinary program designed for students for grade 4 and 5. And over the course of the 8 weeks, students will explore a variety of space-related topics through research, critical thinking, and creative problem solving. Now, EduSpace, like I mentioned earlier, has a lot of branches and also different skills. And some of those skills are also necessary for them to grow, or rather grow, aside from them learning just English here. But EduSpace is not for everyone, okay? EduSpace is, how can I say it? Is more like something for students on the advanced level. Because like I mentioned, these are the skills that Sir Edward has taught to our students. And one of the basic necessary skills that students have to learn first is, like, of course, like everyone else, is communication, which is English. So we can say that EduSpace is more like our marketing on why we get more students here in ICANN. And one of the reasons why we want to share or teach EduSpace not only for children but also for our teachers is because that is, like I said, that is what we are trying to market to the Korean, or our customers, which is the Korean parents. Okay. So that's about it. Why we teach EduSpace is because of the necessary skills, which is thinking outside the box, pioneering, conundrum, which I will discuss later. So now, how do we teach EduSpace? So EduSpace, or EduSpace learning, has different steps depending on what is our topic. And if we look at the conundrum here, the curriculum that Sir Edward has created, it is actually divided into 5 days, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And each of these days are under specific topics, which is Earth science, the moon, space rovers, Mars exploration, life in science, stars, and AI. Supposedly, okay. Oh wait, I would like to show you something first.
Can you make it bigger?
Sure. Okay, one moment. This one. So in our curriculum in EduSpace, or rather in how do we teach it, according there, we have 8 topics for 8 weeks. Now, anyone can guess what is the problem with, no, not really the problem. What is missing on this one? Yes, very good. The 8 week, thank you very much. The 8 week is the one missing here. And me and Sir Edward are actually still working on the 8 week. But so far, our students, or our first EduSpace students, which is Clara and also Juno, has only reached 7 weeks. So that's why 8 week is still tentative. Now, the good thing about EduSpace is it is not very restricted to a rigid system. Because, of course, whenever we are teaching our students the traditional way of teaching, which is the English, right? Writing, reading, listening, speaking, we follow a set of rules that is specific to the book that they are given. While for EduSpace, however, you, the teacher, will have to decide for yourself what kind of things you want to, what kind of steps you want to decide on teaching the students. And basically, it's more like flexibility when it comes to teaching students EduSpace. Alright, so does anyone have any questions or none for now? Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So this is actually a summary of some of the skills that we teach the student. So for Monday, it's either study skills and questioning. Tuesday, orienteering and research. Wednesday, space problem solving. Thursday, tech and production. And lastly, Friday, writing and speech communication. But like I said, this one is not really specific. Sometimes you can put Friday, which is their what we call defense, where they have to present something based on their work for the whole week, and then we will have to show that one to their parents. So I'll show you one example here. This is a presentation by Juno. Let me just show it to you. Where he tried to create a rover for the whole week. Okay, let's watch about a minute of the video.
Hello, my name is Ryan, and I have a problem. How can I put people inside Rover? First, do you have any idea for this? I don't know the problem. The problem is, how can I put people inside Rover to explore Mars? Do
Okay.
you have any idea?
So basically, it's more like something like TED class, but they're trying to defend their work.
Yeah, like
Yes.
experiment? Is
Yes.
that kind of experiment po ba? Or like project? What do you call that po?
It's more like what we call we just call it presentation. Yes. But sometimes Sir Edward would just call it as a defense. Like how would they defend their theory or their solution to a particular problem? Now, going back to some of these skills in EduSpace, I'm sure that you are not yet familiar with orienteering. Okay. So for here who are not yet familiar with orienteering, I'm gonna try and break it down into the most basic component. Orienteering is something like creating a problem and then finding the best solution from that problem. But let's just say, imagine this one. So you're in this barren place, which is the desert, and you have to think of a way for you to get some water. Now, how do you get some water? Of course, you will have to think of different solutions. Solution one, I have to dig something under the earth. Maybe you can press something there because sometimes that happens. Or option number two, you will try and search the area for any applicable help. Or number three, and so on and so forth. Now, of all those options, you'll have to think what is the most practical solution or the best solution, and then you will have to defend it. So basically, that is orienteering in a nutshell. But orienteering, we've actually tried to do orienteering in our previous season or last year, and I think I was able to teach orienteering to some of the teachers, but I think they're not here anymore. But now we were able to integrate orienteering in EduSpace. And that's basically what Juno and Clara did in their class with Sir Edward, where they have to think of a problem based on their topic, which is Earth science or Moon or Mars, and then they have to think of the best solution. And then at the end of the week, they have to try and defend it from the panel of judges. Okay, so anyone have a question or not so far? Okay, later I'm gonna ask a question. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and go to Earth science, which is our main topic for today. So this is actually the curriculum that Sir Edward has made, and in this curriculum there are actually some links that will lead you to each topic. So let's say that you wanted to start with Earth science for first week of the students. Then you'll just have to look for Earth science here. Moon, Mars. This one. So after you find the Earth science here, or rather the link for the Earth science or Earth and space science, it will lead you to another part of the curriculum, which is what we call the teacher's guide. Now, the teacher's guide is actually a specific paper that tells what the teacher have to do. And all the things that you need to do is actually here. You don't have to think of everything. Let's try to go back to the traditional way of teaching. What can you tell me about the traditional way of teaching of English here in our establishment? Of course, we follow the book, right? Whatever is written in the book, we follow it. Okay, easy peasy. But sometimes it can be a little difficult, especially on the, what do you call this one? On the part of the students. because sometimes creativity is not that much applicable when it comes to, yeah, teaching the students, especially when it comes to books. Who here has experienced students who are not really participative when it comes to book activities? Just raise your hand. Okay, lahat. All right. Okay, lahat. So in this one, EduSpace tries to break down those barriers to the student. Basically, they learn a lot of things that is available in our internet, and it is not only what do you call this one? Secluded within a book. So let's try to explore some of the things here in the teacher's guide. Pahinga muna. Kaya ba? Sige. Sige. Wait lang. Kakat ko na lang to. Ako kasi nakapagod pala magsalita. Ay, nako. Sige, pause muna tayo mga 5 minutes. Pwede ko na may cut. Sige lang, kuha muna kayong tubig. Uy, question naman kayo. Hirap-hirap
Kasi yung video ni Ryan, parang maganda yun. Kasi kasi naka-anak na atin na kami kasi nung first na EduSpace nila. So, maganda yung parang nakakita mo yung sa mga teachers na hindi pa nakaka-experience na kasi diba, the difference of EduSpace tsaka natin is in between or while they are presenting their presentation, pwede kami mag-ask ng question na pwede kami mag-interact having teacher and word now. Unlike sa TED kasi, you have to finish, like the student finish the presentation first and then it's the time that the teachers will give some feedback or even or even ask questions.
Okay.
So patapos na lang siguro yung video ni Ryan.
Sige. I'll let everyone watch it later.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually that is one of the perks when it comes to EduSpace because you are free to ask the student in the middle of the presentation, unlike the TED where you really have to wait for the student itself. Okay, so everyone good? Let's start now. All right. So let's go ahead and watch about the presentation of Park Junu. Thank you very much. Okay.
So, also, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world that I can make some cash thing and make a bigger rover. Second is the gravity. In space, like Mars, beside Mars, the gravity is the 38% of our Earth's gravity. So, our brains can disappear a little bit, so I have to also solve that problem. Third is
solving the problem.
I put astronauts because astronauts can go first to do the tasks and go inside here and control the rover. Before that, can you tell me the parts of that rover? I'll tell you at the finish. I'll tell you the solution. I put rovers because I want to make a wider and bigger rover that people can fit in. How big and how wide? Like bigger than the car, like actually bigger than the astronaut. We have a target number of people, like inside that rover. Yeah, I think that 3 people can go inside, 3 to 4, and then just 2 to 3. Just 2 to 3. Okay, why? Why not 5? Why not 6? Because like you saw, this is quite small. So I think not many people can go because I think I have to upgrade more when 5 people. So I think there's 2 to 3 people inside. So 5, the last keyword is parachute. I put parachute because starting to Spirit, except Sojourner rover, all of the rovers used parachute to land Mars because it was really tight space to not hurt. Like every rover was not hurted by that. Right? So I want to also use a giant parachute to land my giant rover. But can you tell me which rovers use parachute? Like I told you, Elena told you, except Southerner, all the rovers had used parachute. So my biggest obstacle is how can I make money funds to make this rover? So my solution is to subject with SpaceX and also NASA, the many like space station companies, and I have to donate. I think I have to receive a donation of money like $4 billion. How would we do that? So for example, if you're going to propose to Elon Musk, Elon Musk is now interested in Mars because he also will like send a girl astronaut named Alyssa Carson in 2013 on Mars. So she'll die. So I think now Elon Musk is probably really interested in Mars. So nowadays, I think I can suggest, but I think he has plans also. Yeah. But the question is like, how can a kid like you convince him? So I have to grow older and older. 30 years later, it can be that. So basically, you're saying that Herbert is a space vehicle, right? Yeah. So can you please tell me the main purpose of actually the rover space? This is invented to explore the Mars and like find is there water or other creatures live or like to find the discoveries. So why do you say that Earth is about Mars? It's not Mars. Mars is about because Mars is the most similar planet in our solar system by Earth. So I think if Earth is destroyed, we have to live on Mars. So I think they have to send many rovers on Mars. Will you only bring people there, or what about pets? Yeah, like I wanna also talk about.
Hey, Clara.
I also wanna talk about like we can bring like many years later. Like I wanna also make dogs and cats also can go to Mars and go to the rover because if astronauts are only there and they have pets, their pets are also can be lonely like dogs. They can be stressed. Do you think pets will survive? Many years later, I think there can be technology to survive. So now tell you what the things I made in this rover. This first thing the can you show us your is that the rover? Yeah. It broke a lot, but yeah. It broke a lot. This is a rover that I made. And this is the arms and this is the mini solar panel. I also made the forward of the head and other solar panels, and I'll tell you ours now. So first, this is the hands to break the obstacles like rocks while going and exploring. This one, these four of them are the wheels to move. Then, do you think what's this? Can you guess? Is it a bottle? Yeah. I actually can design many things in there. So I design like this, but this is the controller of controlling the rover, like moving.
Okay, so I think we'll have to stop them here. But basically, that's
This is
how
like this.
that's how their defense goes at the last day of the week, which is Friday, where the students will have to defend their work from the teachers, and it just goes back and forth like how you see in the video. So thank you very much, Teacher Annalyn, for pointing that out. Now, when it comes
I have
to
a question. So you have there the like 7 week program. Does it
yeah.
always have to be like week 4 space rovers, week 5? Like, what if they want to talk about Titan's atmosphere? So what if they want to talk about supernova? What if they want to talk about demarcations of North and South Korea?
Oh, that's
So is it always about astronomy, or is it always about those 7 or 8 topics, or like orienteering, space rovers, or can it be something else that's related to astronomy, or can it be something else that's not related to astronomy, since it's all about eduspace?
It's actually a very good question. Although some students might suggest a different topics given to or different from our curriculum, we still have to follow the curriculum here. Although the student might say that, teacher, I want different topic. I think I want something like some Neptune, but we still have to stick with the AI. The reason for that one is some student might come back here, and if we try to give into their request, then it might mess up the whole curriculum. But was that able to answer your question?
What? Sorry, if they might come back.
It might make the curriculum a little messy. So that's why we are strictly following this one.
Yeah.
Although
And then what if, for example, like Clara or Juno, and then they want to come back and they want to take ed space again. So that means that they will have, like same, like they will
yes.
have presented those 8 topics already, and then there are still many aspects, or there are still many topics that they can explore regarding space, regarding astronomy, and regarding other branches of science or AI in that, in other sense.
Yeah, that's actually another good question. Actually, especially for Clara, she will be coming back here for another season of EduSpace. And for us to accommodate her on her second season of EduSpace, we will not be using this one for Clara anymore. And that is what Mr. Sir Edward and me are working on, which is the second curriculum for EduSpace. But yeah.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer.
And I just want
If a man landed on the moon,
pero for this one, it is not strictly like we have to start with earth science. Although it is actually a good practice that we start from the very bottom, which is earth, and then as we progress, we go to the moon and then space rovers and etc. etc. But according to Sir Edward, it is actually not that rigid. It's on the teacher's discretion where she or he wants to start first. It can be on the moon, space rovers, or anything. So now that we've clarified that one out, let's go to the Earth and Science, or rather Earth and Space Science. So it has all the things that the teachers need. Like for example, for Monday, it already has the activities or the summary of that student, what he or she or the students needs to do, and also the output for that particular day. So for the first hour, it is actually broken down into different things that the teacher can do. This is also not time specific. It can be just 1 to 6, 1 to 7, depending on how you manage your class. So although it is not really specified here how many minutes, you can actually depend on the links that is given here. Let's say, for example, for the Venn diagram. This is actually what Sir Edward did for his student, which is Clara and Juno, where he showed them a little bit of video about the Venn diagram, and then they have to demonstrate it in the class itself. There is actually a specific forms, or rather, what do you call this one? Paper activities that is given to the students, and it is actually included here as well. But since we Sir Edward and Mr. Bruce plans to make like a book for this one, similar to Caterpillar or Visionary Journal, we are still working on it, but maybe we'll let you soon know. Okay.
So teacher Ralph, so you mean every activities, every projects like the rovers and let's say robots are all given to us. So
Yes.
same activities like what they did, they will other students will also need to do those activities.
Yes, correct. And also, I think you also saw earlier in the YouTube about YouTube of Juno, there is like a presentation. It's actually a specific website that is given by Sir Edward to the students. If you as the EduSpace teacher have another suggestion or wanted to use a particular website to make the class creative, feel free to do so in the curriculum itself, because like I mentioned, EduSpace is flexible and it focuses on the skills that I mentioned earlier, which is orienteering, conundrum, and also AI. and also a bit of media. Okay. By the way, I think I mentioned earlier about conundrum because I think I explained about orienteering. Now, conundrum is actually a higher version of pioneering, if I say so. So it is more like creating a tricky question where the student will have to answer it in a very creative way. But that is actually it is more how should I say this, more of specific or rather standardized steps, but we're still working on it, as you can see. Which this one is actually a project given to me by Sir Bruce, and it's supposed to be made on Notion. And as you can see, there are also specific steps, but I've yet to put like some links, at least to help the teacher out who will be using this one. But this is still tentative, okay? All right, so let's go back to the Earth and Space Science. So yeah, so as you can see, the first part is basically what we do, which is homework checking. And also we will have to let the students watch a bit of YouTube in regards to the topic itself, which is Venn diagram. Now, one of the strategies that we can make the students, which is also part of our how we teach EduSpace, is giving them some kind of ranking system. And I'm not sure if you've noticed this one, but this is actually one of the ranking system but Sir Edward has made to Clara and also Junud. Junud and Clara is actually one of our best students here in ICANN. And as you can see, if you talk to them, they're very proficient in English despite their age. And also they can actually reason out to their ideas, as you can see also in the video. So to make things a little more better for our EduSpace students is we try to make them a little more competitive, to the point that sometimes Clara and Juno fight in the class. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one, but sometimes it happens. But it gives them a sense of competition to each other, which makes the class way better than our traditional way of teaching, which is one of the features of EduSpace. Right, so basically here it is, Intro to Earth and Science, and then they will have to watch a YouTube here, and then they will have to create a quiz using this one. Let's check this link out. By the way, if you are giving quizzes to your students, how do you make it creative? Is there a particular website you use? Quizzes. What else? Quizlet. Okay. What about, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with this one. Who here uses Kahoot? Yeah. Yeah. I've actually tried Kahoot on my group classes, but it actually depends on the student because sometimes meron kasi mga student na sobrang competitive, nag-aaway sila. Yep. Kaya, homework.
Kasi you input there that there will be homework checking on the first hour. So, what are the homework?
Very good.
For this class?
Very good question. We'll get there after when we get to the second hour. Actually, homework is here. This one. So, Teacher Paula is asking, what would be the homework for the student for the whole day? It is also actually indicated here in our EduSpace curriculum for Earth and Science, and the homework for Monday is actually defining atmosphere, orbit, weathering, crust, and precipitation. Wow, big words. But actually, like I mentioned, EduSpace is not for all the students. They should have like a basic foundation in English, or at least proficiency before they enroll to EduSpace. And also EduSpace is our premium. It's our lifeblood. Okay. Because as I'm sure everyone is familiar here that here in Ortigas we still have competitors when it comes to teaching English, right? Online and also face to face. and the market is very fierce. So I just want to make you aware that this is one of our strategies, or this is what makes ICANN unique versus the other, well, language centers. Yeah. Yeah. The market is very competitive here in Antigas
It
when it
might
comes to
actually, how to say this, mention this already with other academies because since na-introduce na like, they might ask, do you have this program or something? Then they might have idea already to come up with that idea also to introduce it. So,
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
baka hindi na ang alam ng isa. Pero at least we are the pioneers, you have mentioned, right?
Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for pointing out. Yeah, sometimes it happens dito sa Pilipinas where, uy, ano yun? Kaya silang ganun. Kaya
Pero ang question ko is, like, who are the kids na talagang like willing to enroll sa ganito? Like, but not all the kids are into science. And like some, like what if they wanna take like other like fields, like yung mga before college humps, mga ganun.
Humanities and philosophy.
Yes,
Other
so
tracks.
the other tracks, diba? Kasi that is basically
Mm.
for science, diba? So how are we going to like tell the ano yun, like, parents na parang this is like vital para sa learning ng English? Kasi basically, I'm not like saying that it's all about science. You know what I mean? It's like me, like I can teach that, but then I'm not really familiar sa science. Like I cannot say na parang like pag the next day, pag binigyan nyo ako ng pinasab nyo ako ng EduSpace, like, anong gagawin ko dito? Diba? Like, I don't know how it works, you know, how it works. I don't know anything about other, yes, diba? Like,
That's what I mean, like, yun lang.
So basically,
Those two things, you know.
okay,
like,
those two things, like how do we market this to the parents?
yeah, parang, like,
For that one, it's actually on the conference with Sir and also the parents. That is the part where, you know, those kind of things happen. I actually don't have an answer for that one, but the recommendation part happens on the conference when the parents come here and I can inquire about this one.
so yun nga, like, what if, for example, wala yung kayo, like, Teacher Edward and you, tapos biglang, like, merong student, like, tapos, like, all nahila, ako lang yung available. And all of a sudden gets na parang like, kasi minsan, like for example, sa book club, nahihila ko. Tapos, ang nangyayari, for example, hindi ko nabasa yung previous chapter. So, sinasabi ko sa estudyante na, don't ask me anything about that chapter. Kasi, ngayon lang sinabi na magsasampa course, diba? So, parang like, is it like, parang medyo hirap for the teacher na parang like, all of a sudden, or baka dapat mag-aral kami agad nung 8 like 8 those 8 just to be, you know, is that a good,
Like for example, for subbing kasi minsan kasi sudden. For subbing kasi, when it comes to EduSpace, ang magsasub lang is yung mga teacher na medyo sanay na sa EduSpace. Like for example, talagang you were already recommended by Sir Bruce na you can teach EduSpace, or recommended by the people upstairs that you can teach EduSpace, then you will be eligible to sub for the EduSpace class for the student, especially if Sir Edward is not there for emergency reasons. But if you are not yet trained or fully trained to EduSpace, don't worry, you will not be put as sub here.
But it happens, you know, like Melanie, one time, Sabado, Melanie sa TOEFL, di ba? Parang hinila siya. So, and then Melanie did a good job, di ba? Kasi, pero parang ako, I'm scared, like, parang, or hinila sa TOEFL kasi sinabi na absent daw estudyante pero biglang dumating, di ba? And Melanie, wala siyang anything na alam sa TOEFL, pero na-aaral niya that day. So, parang ako, medyo like, apprehensive ako na parang, teka lang.
Kung dumating sa pinaka-point na pipili sila, if they come to the point na pipili sila ng teacher sa EduSpace for which yung teacher is hindi talaga proficient sa EduSpace, then
or pwede yung mga nagtuturo na.
Kasi as much as
tapos yun nga, na lang.
Kasi as much as possible kasi EduSpace, I mean when it comes to subbing sa EduSpace, laging ina-emphasize ni Sir Edward na for magsasub sa EduSpace, dapat yung teacher at least may idea when it comes to science. So, hindi siya basta-basta talaga pwede isub sa mga teacher na, alam mo na, yung hindi pa
familiar.
Yeah, sa
So
mga
let's
ganitong
go,
mga-
Mary. Let's go, Faye.
Okay, yes, question. Mike, question.
No. Same question with teacher's age. What if the only teachers that are available to
Yes.
substitute are those teacher? Yeah.
Si Karen.
Yeah.
Ay,
Like,
si
for
Karen
example,
yan.
like this,
Mm.
I handled ped classes and then I photo. But then at the space, although I was one of the judges
Ako,
before, but
yeah.
then
May idea ako.
yeah, we do have an idea on how to do the presentation, but the overall process or parang
Like, kasi baka may tanungin sila about
Yes.
terms na parang ginawa nila the day before, tapos
Mm.
parang, syempre, yung teacher alam, tapos parang ikaw, anong sasagot ko, di ba?
pwede
Parang-
naman i-AI natin kayo on the side, but then
But that, you can,
on
it
the
will
side,
do that.
since andyan naman ang mga AI, which is Cerberus is also pushing us to use, but then somehow, hindi naman kami mga major in science. Like in my case, I'm a history major, but I love science also. So maybe I can use that one. But the thing is, when you teach space, somehow we have to be eligible, as you have mentioned, with all of these subjects. So siguro, ano lang, tawag dito, kanya-kanyang ano lang.
Kanya-kanyang discard na lang siya.
Kanya-kanyang siguro.
Yeah. Sige, teacher Faye.
May suggest na
To science.
Yes.
Yeah.
but I think if the problem is, let's say for really English major teachers are the only available teachers na pwedeng
Mag-sub.
what if can we propose any trainings for kasi para mas make it para for at least of
Without getting too technical, na parang prepared lang yung mga teachers na pag ando na, like, magagawa nila ng solusyon.
Like at least 2 to 3 teachers that you can certify that they can handle edu-space teaching without being too much into science or anything. Kasi mahirap po yung ipupul sila and then you have to teach them. Although meron naman siyang endorsement, but the thing is, endorsement is different from the actual teaching. Kasi there are questions that my students ask you that ikaw naman
Totoo. Parang ikaw pa masisisi.
it's not that
Parang,
you
uy,
really don't know. It's because you're not familiar with the material itself and how it should be properly handled with the
Bali training, no, yung ganon.
Yeah, maybe yung talagang proper. Yung mga tips sila.
Sige, Mike.
Hindi. Yung tutok na training kasi like this thing, ang nangyayari is ako dito, bukas dito ka sa kabila, tapos biglang may edge space. Like, okay, alam ko yung para maging familiar yung mga teachers for those classes, pero I hope na meron tayo talagang specific na tutok. Okay, may batch dito, may group of teachers na mag-aaral ng edge space talaga. Meron talaga na pang TOEFL at merong pang SAT. Then may week din na for us to be familiarized with the classes, meron tayo na may parang generalization training. Pero sana gumagano'n din tayo ng bago mapuno lahat, yung talagang specific trainings. Paliwanag lahat, palihat ng terms and everything para yun na tayo. Meron na tayong set of teachers na pwedeng hatakin in case of emergency na wala si teacher there and you. So, ganun po. Kasi nangyayari, yun, for example, overwhelming siya sa akin kasi I need to do materials for TOEFL, I need to do the materials for DSAT, and of course, this one in the space. So, parang, alam mo yun, ako ang dami. Mamaya masabi ko na lang kumuha ka ng rover sa TOEFL. So, yun lang. I hope na meron tayong trainings na para talaga dito. Hindi lang yung gawa ka materials kasi hindi natin.
Ano lang si Sir?
Yeah. Sige. Anything else, may question pa ba or may suggestion pa? Bukod sa specific training for teachers? Yes, teacher Faye.
From what they said, napapansin ka rin kasi sa what they do. Like yun nga, yung nakukulangan sa training. Kasi minsan, pag may class ako, hindi ko ma-attend yung ganitong, kahit gusto ko attendan. Tapos, in short, hindi hindi ma-master. So instead na ma-master yung yung subject, possible kaya na parang paano natin solusyonan yung mastery in terms of each particular subjects na pinupuli ko sa amin mga teachers.
Okay.
Yun yung sa ano.
So, training das mastery. Okay, sige. Specific training tapos mastery. Okay. Sino pa? May suggestion pa? Wala na.
And how do you assess the students or learners that you would, aside from of course the conference, right? You have a talk with the parents. Okay, you market this kind of program, but how do you assess that this student is really fit for this kind of program?
How do you assess? Okay, so bali, how do you assess tapos specific training at saka mastery? Okay. So, stop muna tayo sa tatlo. Dun sa how do you assess na yung student na is fit for this program? Actually, si Sir Busagada decide doon, which is during sa conference. Hindi tayo nag-decide doon. Kasi, yeah, maybe we can have a say on this one, especially sa mga nasa sila ma'am, if they see fit na si student is proficient sa English. Pero yung pinaka talaga natin doon, basta yan, ang pagkakalam ko is their proficiency to communicate in English. Pag wala silang foundation nun, hindi sila fit for EduSpace program. Kasi,
So basically, the same assessment that we introduce students taking ESL classes.
yes. And then after that, Mr. Bruce and also some of the people upstairs see fit that the student is actually eligible for the EduSpace program or the EduSpace classes, and that's the time they are enrolled here. But I think nobody mentioned here earlier. I mean, nobody was able to notice what is the target grade for students for this one. Yes, okay. The target grade for this curriculum. Oh, by the way, I'll answer your training and master later. Okay. The target students for this one for this curriculum is actually grade 4 to 5. Okay, grade 4 to 5. Actually, I am still not sure why it is grade 4 to 5, but that is the target students that is indicated here in our curriculum. Maybe because the reason why it is grade 4 to 5 because we base this one for our students, which is Park Junu and also Yon Subin. But yeah, this curriculum is grade 4 to 5, so expect that this curriculum will diversify different grades, which is from grade 1 to 3, and also so on to the high schoolers, and yeah, grade 6. Now for the training and mastery, yes, there are actually we actually have training for EduSpace program specifics also, and this is actually one of the trainings that we try to push through to our teachers. So the more training you attend and the more you get an idea of what is EduSpace. To be honest with you, actually EduSpace is very big because of all the I think the people who've been here and the people who've had the conference with Cerberus na mga wala pa dito. I think sila Teacher Maria and Teacher Mika and doon sa Tashin conference. There are a lot of things that was discussed when it comes to EduSpace, starting from AI, we started with AI, things like that. Chat GPT, what else? Orienteering, and also conundrum. And there are some specific steps. Now that we have a curriculum that we teach our students, but it is still on progress, okay? We try to push this, how to teach them on this kind of training that we will usually have on Wednesday only. So yes, only Wednesday. So basically, this is our opportunity to learn about EduSpace. But don't worry, it doesn't mean that you will be certified EduSpace teacher agad-agad, okay? Because like I mentioned, EduSpace is very broad. It is not only limited to this curriculum, and there are a lot of things that is EduSpace around us. So the more we attend on this meeting, the more we learn about EduSpace. And once that Sir Edward has chosen, or if you want to be part of EduSpace, you can just inform Sir Edward, or Sir Edward will just notify the teacher if you want to teach in EduSpace. Now the question is there any perks in teaching EduSpace? I think, of course, not sure if everyone has that idea, if there's any perks in teaching EduSpace.
It's not part of ESL already.
Yeah. So basically, it is outside. It is outside sometimes of our masteral or our degree. Okay, but for that one, we'll have to think if there are any perks for teaching EduSpace. But I'll try to raise that one to Sir Edward, at least to entice our teachers to be part of EduSpace itself. Because like I've mentioned, EduSpace is our like higher or premium version of the traditional way of teaching the students. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to our curriculum. So how do we teach this one?
First, you'll be assigned here, the room is bigger.
Bigger ano pa? Bigger
Hmm. All right. So anyway, so basically that's for the first hour. We've discussed some of the steps here, like homework checking, introduction, Venn diagram, but you can still change it based from your preference or based from from the level of the students. So for the second hour, there's also a quiz here if you want to give it to the students. And quizzes can either be paper or it can be through, online. But I think if you find paper a lot more convenient, especially if the time is constrained, especially during season, di ba, napakahigpit ng oras or napaka-ikli lang. Minsan ginagawa natin yung work at break time at 10 minutes. Then, like I mentioned, if you think that there are some steps here that you don't need to, then you can go ahead and omit that one. It's not really standardized that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But Sir Edward wants to emphasize that this is flexible and you can just pick the things that you see fit for your class or class management. Okay, for the second hour, conundrum. So basically, conundrum is more like a tricky question that the students will have to think, like during the presentation of Junu. I think Teacher Cha was also able to give Junu some difficult questions, which Junu was also having a hard time. It makes the student think outside of the box. So basically, that is what Sir Edward or what they are doing during that time of the presentation. There's also a brainstorming activity where they can watch a conundrum video. It is also indicated here. You just have to follow that one. And there's also a worksheet that the students will have to answer. Now, at the last part of the second hour, there's also a video recording. Now, for video recording, it doesn't really have to be that long, especially for Mondays, because I've asked Sir Edward, for the house or how to teach EduSpace in this part of the curriculum, how many minutes does the video recording needs to be, or the duration? Sabi ni Sir Edward is, you don't have to be more than a minute. Actually, 1 minute and 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 minutes. Sorry, 1 minute and 30 seconds is enough, as long as the students was able to say something about their topic. And lastly is the homework, which was pointed out earlier by Teacher Paula. Okay. Now, sino dito I'm just curious though. Sino dito medyo nahihirapan na, kunyari, pag recording na, ginagawa niyo siya after, like, tawag dito? I mean, not really recording. Like, for example, di ba, nirecord niyo yung bata or tinag-video niyo kasi nagsasalta siya. And then, di ba, gagawin pa natin siya sa Excel kasi sendan natin ng parang resibo. Yeah, resibo. Sino ito yung ginagawa pa yan after ng work or at 10 minutes? Like, for example, within 10 minutes break. I think sometimes ginagawa rin natin, di ba?
Minsan pinapasa ko sa'yo kasi
Ayun.
like, kunwari, tatlo yung text sa araw, yung tatlo ba yung i-upload mo sa YouTube?
Tatlo resibo.
Send mo pa sa GC nila, diba? So, yun.
So, I think this one is applicable sa mga singles tuloy. Sa mga sa mga single yung estudyante. Pwede niyo siyang I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, pero pwede niyo doing siya within that hour. Yung pagtuturo niyo. Like for example, 10 minutes before, pwede niyo nang gawin yun. Or 15 minutes before.
Break
Ay, like for example, bago mag-break, di ba 50? Bago mag-50.
Pero mas sulit ako kung
Hindi pwede. Kasi diba, sabihin, bakit nag-upload yung guro ko? alam niyo,
Hindi pa
mga
ako
nanay,
Oh, yeah.
Pero,
pa 50.
hindi, pwede mga 10 minutes before. Kasi yun yung naging problem namin ni teacher Min, sinadjust ko yun sa kanya kasi meron mga guro na hindi na na-utilize talaga yung 10 minutes break. Pero okay naman talaga actually siya doon sa mga ganun. Like for example, 10 minutes before. Kasi nakikita namin minsan kasi yung hirap nga nung natin pagdating ng seasonal. Lalo na pag nakikita ko, dumadaan ako sa mga kwarto-kwarto, yung iba, gaganon pa, susulat ng sa vocabulary.
I think it's like, they can make the report, but they have to send at 50.
Yeah,
Exactly 50.
pwede yun.
So, para mo naman sila mother, exacto pa
Naka-ready na, mga ganun.
Naka-ready lang siya.
Kasi minsan ganun ginagawa ko para pero minsan hindi ko rin nagagawa.
45 pa na nag-send.
Oo, yung pala
So, ibig sabihin, maaga kayo na
Yun. Basta i-ready nyo lang, ganun lang. At least may idea na kayo. So basically, that's about it for Monday. And does anyone here may question pa or suggestion? Kasi open conference naman to. And I can raise the questions naman kay Sir Edward pagbalik niya. So far may natutunan naman kayo about sa first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you be sharing that, sir?
Yes, i-share ko to sa inyo.
Meron kayong natitipuhang teachers na bigyan na itong klase na to?
Ikaw,
daw.
What?
Siguro yung titingnan ko.
So, this coming summer paper, may ganyan
para that time, you will remember your
Kasi tama. Kung ito ba ay this coming summer para sa student? Yes.
Kasi kung na-market na nila yan, and umpisa na natin this winter peak season, then I guess summer will also have students for EduSpace.
Yeah. Especially
Dapat prepare na ang mga teachers. May tuturo or magsasama.
Bet pa naman ng mga nanay
one good question dyan is biglang dumami yung estudyante ng EduSpace. That's a big question mark. Yun yung doon. Kasi biglang, paano kung nagkaroon ng 5 tao sa EduSpace, di ba?
So, different ang payment nila ng EduSpace sa ESL. Mas malaki.
I think that's about it.
So, meron din tayo.
Kasi hindi naman siya
Erase mo yan, teacher.
Sabi mo kasi sa different mo yan for ESL. So, I guess,
Kasi hindi basta-basta ang subject niya.
Oo. So, you have to at least raise that point also from sir na hindi lahat ng teachers or something na, di ba? Additional dapat. Compensation system.
Sige. Anyway, i-try ko i-park natin yun. Yes.
Hindi sasabihin ni sir dapat kayo.
How many
Use AI.
Mga I think ang maximum lang for now sa EduSpace is 2. Pero depende pa rin eh.
So, pwede siyang man-to-man din. Not necessarily na group class siya. Kasi you have that like,
I think
you want them to be
group
complex.
class.
O para paano?
At least 2. Minimum of 2
I think,
students.
para fun.
Sana yung leaderboard tayo. Like competition. Bawat presentation, nag-accelerate sila or pwede silang mag-reduce. Sa bawat presentation. For example, nasa cadet na siya, tapos per presentation hindi pala. So, pwedeng mag-stay lang siya sa cadet or each presentation kailangan ma-reach yung isang cadet.
The way the ranking system works is, for example, sa presentation nila is nakakuha sila ng 30 or above. Kapag nakakuha sila ng 30 or above sa presentation nila that's the time they rank up as cadet. I'm not sure if you noticed this one also, pero
Score-based siya.
may 8 weeks siya. 8 weeks. So, sa presentation nila or sa kada presentation nila, pag nakakuha sila ng 30 above, then that's the time they level up.
Kasi may scoring kasi.
And sa scoring, like when do they present, do you have like a rubric to assess?
Yes. Yung rubric naman ng presentation nila is nandito siya. So almost same siya kay TED. But for presentation nila every Friday is required yung teacher na magtanong ng mga critical thinking question. But not yung mga pang-PhD na. Kasi kasi mas lalong nade-demotivate na yung bata. Kasi sabi Kasi nangyari, natakot na sila pagdating na presentation. Ang hirap to ng tanong.
Hindi kasi kaya tama yung sasabi na dapat equipin yung estudyante na dahil critical thinking saka yung mag-aas nila ng mga teachers kasi mamaya yan, pag binomboard mo sila ng mga questions, baka umiyak ng banda sa presentation nila.
Pero I think it's good din naman kasi the good thing about sa ganung klaseng questioning sa student is parang mas lalo silang nasasanay na. Oh. Kasi at some point in their lives, pag tumanda na sila, dadaan sila sa mga thesis defense.
Teka lang, so
Ano yung pwedeng nangyari dyan? Kunyari na nalo si Juno, nagkaroon ba ng prize? Teacher Edward?
Prize.
Ano nangyari sa leaderboard? Or ano?
I'm not sure.
Bragging rights.
bragging rights.
One of which is bragging rights, pero another thing is I think may binigay rin ata si Sir Edward sa kanila as gift for achieving the ranks. Pero pero bumababa rin yung rank nila. Let's say for example sa presentation nila nakakuha sila ng mababang score.
Okay, bumababa.
Yes, bumababa rin. Hindi lang siya basta tumataas, bumababa rin. So pwede rin siyang bumaba. Like for example, may ginawang bad thing yung bata, like hindi gumawa ng homework. So
Depende kay teacher natin.
So yung sense of competitiveness ng dalawang bata, kung lalo maganda yung competitiveness nila, is nagpapataasan sila. So mas lalo sila nag-i-strive sa mas magandang gawa. Alright, I think that's about it for our Monday. And tomorrow, next week for Tuesday, we will talk about Tuesday and orienteering and research. Okay. So, yeah, thank you very much. I think that's about it for today. Thank you.